goes.
Yes. Yeah, that's exactly right. I went against the interest of very powerful people, and they taught me a lesson, right? That's why they sent 50 armed FBI agents to my home. I'm not violent. I don't have any history of violence, don't have any criminal history. They did not need to send a armed SWAT team to arrest me. They could have just called my lawyer and said, hey, come down and talk to us. But they didn't. They wanted to show that they're in control, that they have the power, and that I am insignificant to them. And it's unfortunately how it played out. But the software I built is still out there. It still exists, and they can't stop that. So they will try to take total surveillance and total control, but there will always be people like me who are fighting and pushing back. So even though they got me and they're sending me to prison for 5 years, there's thousands of other people out there who are against them as well. And there's more of us than there are of them.
What is your reach with that wallet? How many users are you tracking that? How many users you actually have, or how many downloads or whatever?
Yeah, we had hundreds of thousands. And what the government says is those hundreds of thousands of users, they sent $2 billion worth of cryptocurrency through our software. So we had a lot of users and a lot of value that users were sending through our software. And that was, again, one of the reasons why they had to take us out, was because of how popular the software was. And unfortunately, it's down. It doesn't exist now in terms of us operating it, because both Bill and me are reporting to prison. But the software, the code that we wrote, we gave away for free, right? We published it for free and said anyone can use this code. Anyone can create what we created using our own code. So it's out there, and we'll see more and more of these softwares coming up based on what we wrote.
So if I have it, can I give it to somebody else? If I have that?
The code is out there and free to use, free to download. So people will be able to use it. It just won't be operated by us anymore, because we'll be in prison.
Well, Trump, I hope you're watching.
Yeah, I hope so too. What was your reaction when your attorney advised you to take the plea deal?
Yeah, I really didn't want to take it. It was so much thought goes into a decision like that. But ultimately, there are certain things that happened within the case that convinced me taking the deal was the best move possible. So one, I told you that that the government had gone to the regulator in charge of this stuff. The regulator had told them that they didn't think we were breaking the law. Then the government indicted us anyway. But they hid that from us. The government hid that information from us for over a year. That's called a Brady violation. The government has to give you all evidence that they have, whether it's good or bad. And they hid this from us. When we went to the judge to complain about this, our judge changed mid-trial. We had one judge, and then suddenly, without explanation, we have a new judge.
Oh,
the new judge, yes, the new judge, 79-year-old Clinton appointee, did not listen to our motion, did not let us argue our motions. She simply denied them without any opinion, written or verbal, which is highly unusual, and did the same thing with our motion to dismiss. We presented precedents, we presented Supreme Court case law to the court saying, hey, this type of prosecution is, one, unprecedented, and two, goes against Supreme Court precedent. She, again, dismissed and ignored these motions, denied without verbal or written opinion. So at that point, it became very clear to us that we were not going to be getting a fair trial in this case. We would be going to fight with both hands tied behind our backs and our legs shackled. It's not going to be a fair fight. And the downside is 25 years, which this judge would give every year of. You know, she was known for being a harsh sentencer. So it was take the deal, do 5 years, or don't take the deal and do 25 years. It was, I think, the right decision. And everyone I've spoke to who has actually been through this process, gone against the Department of Justice for victimless crimes, have all said you took the right thing by taking that deal, because they were going to railroad you.
Well, how can people help you?
Yeah.
Can they?
Yeah. So what we're asking right now is two things. One, to go to billandkeone.org, BILLANDKEONNE.org. You can sign the petition there asking President Trump to grant me and Bill a pardon. It's very important to sign that petition. And then the second thing you can do is donate through the Give, Send, Go on that platform, billandkeone.org. That goes half to my wife, Lauren, and half to Bill's wife, Sabrina, to help support them while their husbands are in prison, and also to help us pay our fine that we have to pay to the government. The government took $6 million from us and then added an additional fine of $250,000 for each of us. So Bill and myself have to each pay $250,000. We're done. We have no money. They took everything from us, either in lawyers' fees or government fines. So any donation really does help.
All right. And we're hoping and praying that President Trump will take a look at your case and pardon you. Unbelievable story. You're in our thoughts and prayers, Keone. Thank you
for your
so much
courage.
for coming on and telling us your story. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thank you all for having me. Have a great day and have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. God bless
you.
As best you can.
Yeah, best you can.
God.
Unbelievable. All right. I've been looking forward to this one for a long time.
I know this is your Christmas present.
Time.
You said you wanted this for your Christmas present.
Yes, I got my Christmas present. Colin Campbell of Project Constitution joins us. I have to tell you, sir, I bow down to you. You are the best investigative journalist on X. I follow you. I subscribe to you. You are just amazing.
Well, thank you very much. Although I can't take all the credit, it's a crowdsourced thing. It's a team effort. There's a big team behind me. Not necessarily my team. I'm one of those people that I will actually take and listen to what people tell me and do research and fact check and then help them get their information out. So it's more of a crowdsourcing type effort.
Well, I believe that, but I just want to tell you, as the face of it, the work is outstanding. It's extraordinary. It's just extraordinary. There is nobody on X, and to my knowledge, that they retweet you or they repost what you put on there, but nobody's doing the work that you're doing. And it's amazing. You've been following the Charlie Kirk case and the Candace Owens, Erica Kirk feud. What's the latest as of this morning?
Latest on that as of this morning is Erica and Candace. They had a meeting on Monday. Some things went. They agreed on some things. Other things they didn't agree on. But they're on talking terms now, and they've gotten clarity on some things. Candace is not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. We're all going to keep at it, because there are definitely bad apples within Turning Point. There are definitely bad apples in our government that were complicit in the hit on Charlie, and that's basically where we're at.
We have questions. Everyone has questions. We have questions about everything, about the method of death. Has anything come forth regarding the bullet?
The magic bullet.
The magic bullet.
Well, I heard it was one that shattered now, so it's gone completely through, right?
Yeah. Well, first their story was that it was a 30-06 round, and he was hit in the neck, and it was just a magic bullet. The bullet went up and somehow magically went up and hit, I believe, is T1, and then did a 90-degree turn, and then shot all the way down and just crashed through the rest of his vertebrae, ending, I think, at like C4 or something like that. I'm not too familiar exactly what the terms are, but that was impossible. I mean, every expert under the sun coming out and saying what they're trying to feed you is completely impossible. That did not happen. And the Tyler Andrew Colvett made a statement early on where he said that Charlie's neck was like, or he said the surgeon said that he spoke with the surgeon, and the surgeon said that Charlie's neck was like the Man of Steel or Superman or something like that. And it stopped the round, and it would normally go through, but it didn't because of his neck.
Right.
And we found out that was a complete lie. It was not at all what the surgeon said. The surgeon actually would not release that information because it's there's HIPAA violations and stuff, so there's privacy protections. So Candace found that out at the meeting on Monday. And now since the FBI is seeing that everybody is not believing their story, now they're trying to save it, and they've come up with a new thing where they're saying that it was a frangible round.
Right.
What is that?
Meaning that it breaks apart. It's meant to break apart upon hitting. So instead of, most bullets are made with mass to where they just go right through and just do damage. But the frangible round is meant to pretty much not do as much damage as far as like collateral damage. It's meant to break apart.
Okay, so the shattering bullet. Now, is Tyler Robinson a complete patsy in this?
He is involved, we believe, but he was not the shooter. And we can definitely prove that he was not the person in the stairwell that they showed.
Right.
Who was in the stairwell? Do you know?
We have some ideas, but don't want to really get into that at this moment.
Understood.
Okay.
Understood. My concern also is with these CCTV cameras. The FBI attempted to present us with a shot of this guy on the roof, getting off the roof, supposedly after the shooting. No footage of him getting on the roof, firing the gun. So where's that footage?
And if one more thing with that too, if you notice when they first released that footage, they intentionally, because the wide shot, when you see the wide shot at first, it shows where he would have been standing or sitting or crouched or whatever on the roof there, where he would have took the shot from. But they intentionally cropped that part out and went to where it was running. They didn't, so it should have shown somebody on that roof. So why didn't they show the whole footage? Why didn't they, if they have that footage, they would have him on the roof shooting the rifle. Why wouldn't they show the whole thing? And then there's other inconsistencies with that too. Like the shadow doesn't line up.
Right.
There's an area where he steps from, where it's dark into where the white area is on the roof, and the shadow does not follow him. The shadow just completely disappears for some reason. And then somebody also checked they ran it through software to see whether it was edited or anything. And yeah, exactly. And it said that it was. So it wasn't raw files. It was definitely compromised. So who knows what that is? Who knows if it's to be believed?
Thoughts on the missing footage at his surrender at the police station?
Yeah, it seems as though they completely destroyed that. That's another one. Yeah, they're going to have a hard time. I'll put it this way, if Tyler's defense was actually working to get him off, they would have a hard time. But Tyler's defense is actually working to convict him. And part of this is I just uncovered this week. I don't know if you've seen it, but Terrell Farnsworth. He's the guy that stood on the camera or that stood on the chair and pulled the SD cards out before the cops got there.
Yeah.
Well, he belongs to a powerful family, and he's connected to like Mitt Romney and the
Of course he is.
yeah, and that bunch and the Mormon Mafia.
Yes.
But his cousin is one of the defense attorneys on Tyler Robinson's team.
Wow.
So you tell me how that's not a conflict of interest.
Well, apparently, Charlie Kirk's parents at one point supported Mitt Romney, which I thought that was a little odd.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that, but I do know that Charlie.
Many years ago.
It's a possibility. I'm not too sure about that, but I do know that quite a large number of his team were Mormon, especially that were on the scene that day. Almost half the people there on his team that day were Mormon.
What are your thoughts about the governance of Utah?
I'm not sure, really. I think that I found some information that he has a son that is gay himself.
Yeah, that is true.
So I'm not really too sure what to make of that. I haven't found anything directly saying that he's involved with it, but he's definitely connected to people that are involved, like George Zinn, for one. He was on Governor Cox's website.
He was the first one that said, I did it, or something along like he wanted them to grab him, right?
Yeah.
And my theory on that is I think that the reason that they hit him with CP was that way he couldn't talk to the media. They did not want him to talk. So by doing that, they could lock him up. They could keep him away from the media so he could not interview with people. And there have been journalists that I know that have went and tried to meet with him, and they cannot meet with him. He will. I don't know if it's him refusing to meet with them.
Why would this individual say it was me?
That's the thing. At the hospital, he was talking up a storm. He was telling the nurses, according to Candace, he was telling the nurses at the hospital that he would do it. He did it because he was paid to do it, or they were going to pay him to do it.
Did he say? Did he say?
What I wanted to ask you too, what happened to the trans boyfriend, Tyler Robinson's trans? He's kind of
the furry guy.
The furry guy.
I have been told that he is in a witness protection program, or not necessarily witness, but he's a protected witness. He's not like they didn't give him a new identity or anything, but he's being protected because he's supposedly going to be one of the witnesses for the case. Now I don't know if you've watched, but there's a guy that I'm friends with, and he's got a YouTube channel, Jesse on Fire. But he's actually done a lot of digging and a lot of background into Tyler Robinson and Lance Twiggs and that whole backstory. He's gone and talked to their families, or not. He's talked to Lance's family. He's gone through all the discords and stuff. And he actually believes that Lance was potentially the shooter, and Tyler is just taking the fall for him for whatever reason. And that could be a possibility because Lance looks a lot more like the person that is in those videos than Tyler. I mean, if you look at the stairwell video, and you can even look at the ear is completely different from Tyler's ear. It's, Tyler has a very rounded ear lobe, and the person in the video of the stairwell has more of a squarish earlobe. So it's completely different.
Does Tyler have a lazy eye?
That's another thing. Yes, we found that out in the court hearing. The first court hearing that he had is he has a pretty bad lazy eye. So that would make you wonder how he could fire such an accurate shot like that with a lazy eye.
Yeah, that Well, like you said, I don't believe Tyler was the shooter. I believe there was some involvement there, as you indicated. Who do you think, based on your research so far, is ultimately behind this? Is it Israel? Is it Egypt? Is it our own government, the CIA? Who's behind this?
Israel.
Yeah,
100%.
that's what we
Now,
believe.
And that's the thing. I didn't get into this. I'm not anti-Semitic. When I got into this, I was not even anti-Israel when I got into this, really.
Sure.
I had problems with, the only problem I really had was how involved AIPAC is with our elections and how involved they are with our politics, and they should not be allowed to do that. And they have way too much influence. So that is pretty much the only problem that I had with them prior to digging into the Charlie Kirk case. But the more I dig into it, and I didn't go in, like I said, I didn't go in there with any preconceived notions. I'm not one of those people screaming, Israel did it, everything, it's all Israel, Israel.
No, if anything, you've been steadfastly very careful everything that you've published. So that's why I'm asking you, because I know that you're not going off half-cocked.
Exactly. But from the evidence that I found, everything seems to lead back to Israel. I mean, just like it all seems to circle back to Israel.
Mossad and Benjamin Netanyahu.
Yeah,
exactly. In particular,
when Charlie Kirk turned down the $150 million from Ellison, and that was the trigger point. Now, was he also finding, as a lot of researchers seem to indicate, financial mismanagement within TPUSA itself?
There was a couple different triggers, I think. I'm not sure what one in particular was the main trigger. I have suspicions on that, but he was uncovered financial funny business, impropriety, whatever going on at Turning Point, where he was concerned about where the money was going to and especially where the money was coming from. And as you've seen, some of these audits that have come out, people that have audited their prior tax returns have shown that there's a lot of really red flags, like Tyler Boyer and other, prominent people in Turning Point are actually not. They're also listed as employees, but then they are like Tyler Boyer is the top paid independent contractor for Turning Point. So not only is he being paid by them as an employee, but he's getting a contract with them, and he's getting the most money out of all the contracts as for whatever, and that's completely unethical.
Is he still on their page? Do you know?
Tyler? Yes.
Okay.
Now Dan Flood, he was the guy on the security team, the head of security. He was just removed off of their page.
Okay.
Not sure, 100% sure. Actually, I think Candace might have said that he's been let go. I think she did reveal that in the last episode. I may be wrong on that, but she said one of the security team was not there anymore. Maybe all of them. I don't know. But
what about their book? What about this new book, Stop in the Name of God? How is that being so heavily pushed and promoted months after his murder?
Yeah, I'm not really too sure about that. I think that the main reason behind that is the tour itself. I'm not really too sure about the book, but I know the tour itself, the book tour, was only done as a front to go on this I Hate Candace Owens tour.
Right.
That's all it was. They were using that as the reason to throw her on every news station, every podcast out there. And it was supposed to lead up to that big meeting on the 15th where they were going to address all Candace's lies.
Yes, and then the actual meeting took place between her and Erica on that date. They said that they would not do any shows, and they did a show.
Exactly. And the strange thing, if you've watched my breakdown of the show they did, it's very apparent that Blake Neff in particular was very upset and felt slighted. You could see in his behavior that day on the show, his mannerisms. I do believe, and I might be wrong on this, but this is just my personal opinion. I do believe that they were not aware that Erica was going to meet with Candace until that text went out, until Erica put the text out saying, I'm meeting with Candace. So I think they felt, slighted by that they weren't being put in the loop or given advance notice.
I mean, they've literally had the pastor saying that she's evil, that she's demonic. Thoughts on Tim Pool?
Tim Pool is jealous. That's all it is to it.
Yeah.
He's just jealous. And he's an evil person. For him to go out there, I mean, for him to actually try to get somebody to go do her harm is just evil.
Basically. And
yeah.
The rant that he went on his show using every expletive in the book, that was the most vicious thing I've ever witnessed in my life, online, on television, anywhere. That was completely uncalled for.
And for a man to talk to a woman like that, and just in general, is just he lost all my respect right there. And honestly, with what he did, I really am shocked that YouTube didn't pull him or suspend him or anything for that.
How is that
goes to show you? Say again?
How is that he did not get sanctioned whatsoever?
Only thing I can say is YouTube doesn't seem to care. They put money above all else, it seems like.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Erica Kirk?
She is, from what I've seen, she is 100% involved in something.
Yes.
I don't know whether she participated in actually killing Charlie or not, but I do know that she is complicit in a lot of the stuff that's going on, and she's definitely covering things up and trying to hide things, and she's been caught in multiple lies herself. So, and even just the maliciousness of that tour, where she went on that tour, and the evil, like she was just lying. If you intentionally lie about somebody, to me, that makes you an evil person. That makes you malicious. So,
yeah.
Even from the memorial with all of the sparklers and her coming out in the big white outfit and then the leather pants thing and the next, with JD Vance. I mean, she's milking this for all it's worth, as far as I'm concerned. That's just my opinion.
Absolutely, and she's an actress too, and it tells. Like, when it first, afterwards, she would always have that tissue and be dabbing her eye, and that would be like her little.
By the way, she put fake tears in her eyes before coming up on stage.
Absolutely, I saw that.
Yeah. So, and have you been in touch with Candace Owens? I mean, do you?
Yeah. Her and I have talked behind the scenes.
She's doing a brilliant job, as far as I'm concerned. As are you. I mean, you just thank God for the two of you following. The only place we're going to get the truth is between the two of you. Is this will be exposed? Absolutely. And I can't say enough. Any other breaking stories you'd like to make our viewers aware of that they can get more on by following you on X?
We have a petition that I have started on change.org. I forgot to get you guys the link or whatever, but I'll get that to you afterwards. And I'll also make sure I post it on my channel. But we have a petition for a independent investigation into Charlie Kirk. We want a special prosecutor appointed, and we want a House Oversight Committee appointed. And the petition is basically for that. We want somebody to do an independent investigation because the FBI is not doing their job, and we need to get to the bottom of it.
All right. Well, send us that link. We'll definitely post it in the description of today's program. Again, I want to thank you for coming on. I'm hoping you'll come back. I'd love to have you on some kind of a regular basis. I know you're extremely busy. But this was fantastic.
This was his Christmas present. That's what he said he wanted. He said he wanted Colin on the show.
Yeah,
so thank you
for making my Christmas. You're just a brilliant reporter, and we'll continue to follow you. Everybody follow him at Project Constitu. That's PROJECTCONSTITU on X. His website is projectconstitutiontiktok.com. Please, we'll put all of the links are going to be in the description of today's program. If you are not following this man, you need to follow him. He's the only one telling the truth and covering this brilliantly. And it was just an honor to have you on. Have a Merry Christmas, Colin. And we look forward to hopefully talking to you again in the new year.
You too. You guys all have a Merry Christmas as well. And I'll definitely be back. I'll see you guys soon.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you so much. All right, Merry Christmas. Colin Campbell, Project Constitution here on the Awake Nation. Finally got him on, and my left nut is in the mail.
Thank you.
But when you get your little gift basket, and you see the nuts,
what should I do with it?
Be careful
send it to somebody
before you bite into any of those.
Okay.
Oh no, this has been a great day. This has been a great day. It's been a great week and a great year here on the Awake Nation, and we got more to come in 2026 with a brand new show called Damn Straight coming up. You guys are going to love that one. It's going to be completely off the spool, and I'm looking forward to it like no tomorrow. But you know what else I'm looking forward to? Later today, in about 2 hours, we're going to have another great episode of Agent X11 here on the David Zublik channel and the Agent X11 channel on Rumble. Who's coming up?
Well, we did an expose this morning about a full disclosure movie that Steven Spielberg is going to be premiering in either June or July in 2026. Well, this is the real thing. Brian Singh presents Full Disclosure Network. We talk about all sorts of things. And I have a segment on Agent X11. It's called Brian Singh Presents. And that's 12 to 1 p.m. today, Eastern. And we're going to have Cy Wind on. She's a frequency transformer, a light code holographer.
Yeah, that sounds fascinating. It's noon Eastern today. Please subscribe to both the Agent X11 channel on Rumble and the David Zublik channel on Rumble. Like the show, rumble it up, share it with all of your friends. We appreciate it. And of course, in addition to Agent X11, we will be back tomorrow morning, our final show of 2025, before we take our Christmas break. We all begin at 7 a.m. Eastern with an hour of news you're not going to get anyplace else, followed by 2 hours of comment and conversation on the top issues of the day. Thank you so much for being with us today. We will see you tomorrow. In the meantime, we're out of time, so we're out of here. Zublik out.
Shepherd out.
Renee out.
It's your day, so come prepared. Traffic's buzzing, streets are tight. We bring the heat, your guiding light. No matter what the forecast says, we'll warm your heart, come storm or haze. Tune in, gear while on the move. Thumping bass, it sets the groove. Headlines flowing, be precise. Turning ears, it's paradise. Awake nation, we rise at dawn. Your morning brew, till worry's gone. We light the fuse with news and flair. It's your day, so come prepared. Tune in, dear, while on the move. Thumping bass, it sets the groove. Headlines flowing, be precise. Turning ears, it's paradise. your day, so come prepared. So come prepared.